welcome to Totally Abstracted. I'm Michelle, and today I'm talking about something that's deceptively simple but deeply powerful: stillness. Not just in life, but in art. As abstract landscape artists, we often focus on the doing, the motion, the mark making, the momentum. But what if one of the most powerful tools in our creative process is the pause? So let's explore how giving our work and ourselves more room to breathe can lead to art that's both expressive and truthful. So why do we resist stillness? And I'll be honest with you, I'm not good at stillness. I paint wet on wet, I work fast, I reach for the hairdryer because I hate waiting for layers to dry. Once I've put a painting away, I rarely go back to it. It feels like I've lost the thread. And yet I know that space matters, not just in composition, but in process. In my membership recently, I shared a tip that was basically, instead of trying to fix a painting, try simply adding another layer. And I think that's a really good idea. But equally important is then giving that layer time to breathe, to settle, to say what it wants to say. And that's where I often fall short, because it's also how I live, at fever pitch, always pushing, moving, doing, not giving myself time to stop, to let things be, and then return. But the pause can change everything. Stillness is part of the process. It isn't the enemy of creativity, it's part of it. It's where clarity lives and where meaning comes. Abstract landscapes, especially those led by emotion and instinct, often benefit from moments where we don't touch the canvas, where we just look, feel and listen. When I do manage to slow down, to sit beside a painting and not reach for my tools, something shifts. I begin to notice small tensions, subtle harmonies, little stories unfolding between the marks. And often I realise I was about to paint over something meaningful just because I couldn't sit with the discomfort of not knowing what came next. And I certainly see in my YouTube videos those moments where I do paint over something I should have sat with longer. And that can be hard to watch. I think there is a fear of incompletion. There's a strange pressure we put on ourselves to finish, to resolve, to do something. But what if the painting isn't ready? What if we are not ready? Stillness invites us to let that be okay. Some of my strongest pieces have come after a long pause. Not because I planned it that way, but because life got in the way. And thank goodness it did. Because when I returned, I had new eyes, a different energy, a deeper understanding of what the painting was holding. It's hard though, letting go of the momentum, trusting that we'll find the thread again later, that the spark will return. But it does if we let it. In both life and art, we're not always great at letting things settle. We rush to the next step, the next layer, the next version of ourselves. But when we layer too quickly, whether in paint or in life, we risk creating mud. We smother what's underneath before it's had the chance to speak. But often the layers we are building up need space. That's not just a creative lesson, that's a personal one. So here's your creative challenge this week. Find a painting in progress, something unresolved, and don't paint on it. Instead, sit with it. Let yourself be with the work. What is it saying? What mood is it holding? What part of you is showing up in it? If it feels helpful, write. Don't plan the next move. Just respond emotionally, intuitively. Let the painting speak before you speak back. And if you'd like to share your reflections or your stillness-inspired work in my Abstract Horizons community, see the link in the show notes. I think stillness is a teacher. It reveals what urgency hides. It offers us the chance to deepen, not just our paintings, but our connection to them. So this week, let's be the kind of artists who aren't afraid of the pause, who allow things to settle, who let our work breathe. Thank you for listening. I hope the episode encourages you to slow down, trust the space between, and create from a place of calm, soulful listening. Until next time, stay open, stay gentle, and keep things totally abstracted.